Welcome. Today we will conclude the workshop on mapping Christianity in China between 1550 and 1950. I want to take a moment to thank some of the people who have not been visible on screen, but who have worked behind the scenes to make all of this possible. First, I want to express my gratitude to Tim Longman and the Institute on Culture, Religion, and World Affairs for providing financial support for this event. Likewise, Tom Berger and the BU Center for the Study of Asia have underwritten part of this workshop as one of the center's selected events on the theme, Digital Asia. On behalf of everyone who has gathered these last few days, I want to say thank you for your support. It's also a pleasure to acknowledge the excellent technological service that we have enjoyed from Allison Keck, a PhD student in world Christianity at Boston University, as well as Nate Stelmach, who is a learning and event technology specialist. Because both have done such a stellar job, you probably weren't even aware they've been here. But behind the scenes, they have been actively troubleshooting so that what you have experienced thus far has been a smooth virtual event. So thank you, Allison and Nate. I also want to thank our panelists. When this workshop was conceived almost a year ago, we had something very different in mind. The people were the same, the topics were the same, but the format was to be face-to-face. I believe we all looked forward to 3 days of close collaboration. But having to move online shifted the meeting's dynamic, but not the energy. Each panelist remained committed and prepared thoroughly so that we have had an exceptional workshop and learned from one another. Thank you, panelists. And of course, I also want to thank all of you who have come to this final session. Today is crucial in the development. Oh, hold on. Sorry. And today is crucial in the development of the China Historical Christian Database. As I said at the beginning, the CHCD is exiting its proof of concept phase. We are convinced that mapping where every Christian church, school, hospital, convent, opium clinic, and the like can be transformative for the study of Christianity or the study of modern China. We also see how creating social network maps of Christian actors, both foreign and Chinese, opens new possibilities for studying how ideas, technologies, and practices moved around China and also in the West. Mapping where and when someone was in China and with whom that person was connected can be a powerful tool for reimagining Christianity's place in modern China. So the idea is there, and the beta version of the China Historical Christian Database suggests that all of this is possible. So now the next phase of the work begins. And that is what I am inviting you to participate in today. We are going to do what you might expect in a workshop. We are going to now work. Today, you will be meeting in small groups to provide feedback and suggestions on critical aspects of this project. We will use this small group format twice. The first time, we are asking you, what do you want? What do you want from this project? How can we make it work for you? What frontiers can spatial and relational network maps open for you? What kind of information do you want to see captured? What kinds of visualizations do you hope to create? These are the questions for the first breakout session, but I want to offer 2 limits. During the first small group work session, we're going to be focused on the web interface. The actual Christian historical database looks something like this. That requires a level of computing sophistication to operate. Those interested in that dimension of the project of the actual database, you will have a chance to offer feedback later today. But in this first workshop or small group breakout session, I ask you to put the actual database aside. Instead, I want you to think about the web interface that general users will work with. It offers visualization of where people were located. It's what offers the relational network maps that you can see and interact with. Hold on, let's get that visual network map. And it's also the place where you can drill down and really begin to see people and some of the biographical information we have about them in a room, in each space. One more slide, sorry. So that's sort of that web interaction part. And what do you want to be able to see there? What do you want us to be able to show you? What would your students? Remember that the general, those are the, so that's my first sort of limit on this. We're not going to talk about the database right now. Let's talk about the web interface. The second limit is that I ask you to remember the general parameters of this project. We are trying to create a tool that can map people, the places where they lived, the places that they worked, those churches and convents or schools, and the social networks that they inhabited. That covers a lot of ground about Christianity in China, but it's not everything.
Next slide.
So feel free to dream big, but dream within those limitations. Sorry. So the questions for this first breakout session are being put into your chat box. Right, they are there. And now I'm going to move you into breakout rooms where you will be able to discuss that in a space small enough for your voice to be heard.